time for the Duroc ham. And if you're watching and you're thinking, wait a minute, Rastelli's bringing the carving ham? If you haven't seen it, it's time to talk about the 5-pound carving ham with the brown sugar and spice glaze. 4-time Customer Choice Food Award winning brand just this year. And I think it's over 30 in total now. But this ham is brined slowly, smoked over real apple wood, rich, delicious, tender, sweet, and it's a carving ham. So this one, you don't have to trim. You don't have to worry about throwing anything away. Nobody's gonna have that weird sinewy bite. This is rich, tender, delicious, and sourced right here in Eastern Pennsylvania. Now, you can choose the single shipment, or you can get the auto delivery, which is 2 total shipments. You get a second one in the spring of 2025. But Chris Menser is here. He is the Director of Operations with the Rastelli Family Market and a chef of how many years, my friend?
I've been a chef for about 35 years now, believe it or not, yeah.
Chris, it's so good to see you.
It is so good to see you as well.
We always get in trouble together, and I look forward to it.
we do have a lot of fun, especially when we have such a beautiful product like this.
So what is a Duroc ham?
So let's talk about that. So as you mentioned, it's coming from Eastern Pennsylvania, and the Duroc is kind of coveted by chefs. All chefs are looking for a Duroc because Duroc it's comparable to, say, the Black Angus beef.
Oh, okay.
So the Duroc is on that level.
Right there.
Yeah, let me take a little.
This little bite right here.
So it's very comparable. So what you're getting with the Duroc, you're getting incredible marbling. You're getting juicy and tender that you don't get with the normal ham. And you can see how beautiful this is and how juicy this ham is just as you press on it. Look at the juices that are coming out of this ham. And that's what you get from Duroc because it's all that marbling that's in the pork. Now this ham, like you mentioned, it's slow smoked. So we brine this ham for 4 hours. And after we brine it, we slow smoke it for another 8 hours. And what we do is we use an apple wood smoke that you mentioned. Now we actually get from upstate New York. We actually go up there because that's where the wood is really hard. Because you really want to smoke this really, really slow.
This is delicious.
Isn't that really incredible? It really is.
Oh my gosh. And so we get the ham, we get the glaze. We make the glaze ourselves at home. It comes in this form?
It does. So it comes in the packet that you see. And what I want to talk about the glaze, it's going to have directions on the glaze. It's going to tell you to put it on a little pan with 2 tablespoons of water.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but what I like to do, I like to use pineapple juice or apple juice instead of water, right? You could even use ginger ale because the ginger ale or the apple juice, it just gives it more flavor than the water, and then you get that beautiful glaze. And it literally takes about 30 seconds. Bring it to a little simmer, and then it's done.
Can you hold our hand about, we get it home. It shows up at the front door.
Yes.
What do we do from front door to table?
Front door, well, you're gonna put it in your freezer until you're ready to use it, right? It'll stay frozen for 18 months in your freezer.
Wow.
When you're ready to use it, I like to take this out 2 days before because this is a big ham. This is a 5-pound ham, at least a 5-pound ham. So you want to take it out for a couple days.
Okay.
Let it thaw.
Okay.
And then when you're ready to cook it, you can put it on a rack. I like to put it on a rack with a little bit of ginger ale underneath it.
Oh.
Okay. I tent it and I cook it at 350 for about 35-40 minutes. Now this is fully cooked. Okay. You're not cooking this ham. You can actually take this ham out of the freezer and you can actually thaw it and you can eat this cold. You can make ham, you don't have to even heat it. It's ready to eat.
I read too that this serves 14 to 16 people.
Yes.
I feel like that's conservative.
It really is, because depending what you're having, and the way we do it at home, I mean, you can see the beautiful ham up here with the pineapples, and this is what we do at home. So I like to have the glaze in a pitcher too, because I think it's really nice to have it in a pitcher, and I have it in a bowl so I can brush it, but we actually just put it on the platter.
Take a look at that.
Right, and I just pour this on the ham.
There's fewer than 1,000 that we can ship out right now. We also have the ship week of December 9th. I mean, that right there is what holiday dreams are made of. Now, remember, auto delivery is 2 shipments. You get a second one in April of 2025. But I look at this as thaw, bake, glaze, and eat. It's got a sweetness to it.
It really does.
There's also that savory heartiness from the apple wood.
Yes.
And notice the pieces that you cut for me.
Yes,
I've already
they're
mowed
already gone.
through
and
like a wood chipper.
And I think a friend's coming.
I'm coming in. I know you're
There's a fresh start,
but I'm just getting started.
Girl, get in there.
Here, I'm cutting it up nice and small for you.
Thank you.
This would make leftovers, little ham and eggs.
If you look at what we have the ham and eggs up here, and still, this is your glaze that you're gonna have, right? You're gonna still take care of it here, right? You're gonna make your sandwiches over here. You're gonna have your pizza
I love the texture of this.
Yes. Well,
It's a beautiful kind of buttery, meaty texture to it that has a beautiful bite to it. I'll take another.
Because this is a natural product. You have to remember, there's no pump in this. And what I mean by that, on a lot of hams, they actually pump it with saline.
And you can
right?
taste that stuff,
and you
but
can
not
taste
here.
it because they're adding more weight to it. They want to add more water to
They
it.
can charge you more when it weighs more.
It does. And when you heat that, the water releases and it becomes really, really salty. And that's what we don't want. So this is a natural product. It's a single muscle, as you can see. It's not compressed. There's not all kinds of pieces on here. It's just one ham. As you can see at the front of that ham, it's just one muscle. And it's absolutely beautiful. The light smoke, the light brine, just makes it so perfect.
Can I also just say, it looks really impressive.
I know.
Right? I'm just like watching you carve that. It's like, you go, Chris Spencer. That looks amazing.
And is there a special way to carve it when we get it? I see you're doing it at an angle.
I do it on a little bit of angle so you get the wide slice up. So here's another thing too. If you're at home and you're saying that is just way too big, right?
Yeah.
When you get it home, you can take this out, you can thaw this, you can cut this in half.
Oh.
Okay? Completely in half.
Oh, this is a hot tip right here.
There you go.
Take this piece, freeze it.
Yes.
If you have a smaller family, just keep half of it out.
Smart.
You're going to warm
So
it the
smart.
same way. And now, look, it's a little bit easier to cut too. So if you have a smaller knife, you can actually carve it a little bit easier. And you're getting the same, look at that.
Is that a club sandwich?
It's a club sandwich.
That is the club sandwich. That is the king of all club sandwiches
really
right
is.
there.
That's
All right, let me just take one more bite while I move to my next. It's so good to see you, Chris.
It's so good to see you too.
Okay.
little honey mustard on that.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
in my
it's,
own
Give me those
world.
pickles. Give me those pickles with it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you choose. Mouth's already watering. We don't have a huge amount of these left to go around. We have the ship week of now. We have the ship week of December 9th. But we also have auto delivery, which is 2 total shipments. So if you would like, you can absolutely lock in that price. Chris Menser, thank you so much, my friend. This is dynamite. And, you know, here on Seasons Eatings, we do have friends that kind of, you know,